Are you a wedding photographer who is trying to figure out what in the world you need to wear on a wedding day? In today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly the things you need to consider for what to wear. My name is Meredith Ryncarz. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, make sure that you hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our new content coming out every single week. So guys, what you wear on a wedding day is vital. I know that sounds really superficial, but it is, because your future clients are attending those weddings as guests. So how they see you on a wedding day really does matter. Maybe right now you're only charging $1,500. You're just starting out, but you dream of being a high-end wedding photographer. You will never be able to get to that point if you are simply wearing UGG boots and leggings on a wedding day. Nobody will take you seriously or be willing to hand you a $3,000, $6,000, or $10,000 check to cover their day if that is how you're representing yourself. So instead, dress for the job that you want to have. Dress for the wedding you want to shoot. If that's high-end, then you need to be dressing appropriately. The next thing to consider is to dress for the wedding style and guests. For us, there are different levels of types of weddings. There's morning weddings, evening weddings, special high-end black tie weddings, and so we always want to dress for the occasion as well as for the wedding that we want. So if that means that your bride is having everybody wear a tux and cocktail attire or evening gowns to her day, you need to make sure that you're not showing up wearing a sundress and sandals. The next thing to consider is to dress for the environment you're in. For example, if you are one of those lucky photographers that is going to Iceland to shoot a destination wedding, you're probably not going to be wearing heels and a skirt to go hiking the fjords and the glaciers to photograph that amazing elopement. Same thing for us a couple of months ago. We shot a wedding in the middle of the woods. Now, normally I'm going to tell you dress for the job that you want. Dress for us, high-end weddings. But if I'm hiking through the woods, I can't be wearing high-end shoes, and Jason certainly can't be wearing dress leather shoes when he's traipsing through the mud and the underbrush. Instead, you have to adjust for that environment, making sure that you're still sticking within your brand. So, what do we typically wear on a wedding day? For myself, it's typically a knee-length dress during the warmer months. And if we're photographing in January, I'm probably wearing a pair of really nice slacks. I make sure that they're tailored, that they're dry cleaned, that they're free of wrinkles, and that I'm wearing a pair of shoes that don't look like I walked off of a ward at a hospital. While nursing shoes are super comfortable, and I've worn them as a teacher, they don't necessarily say high-end wedding photographer, book me and trust me with your wedding day. Instead, we suggest something like a pair of Rothys, which if you've never heard of those, make sure you click the video above to hear all about that. There's a special code just for you when you watch that, so don't miss out. And they're also super comfortable. That is a plus, looking really, really high-end and still being comfortable. I don't recommend wearing heels, not only because they're super uncomfortable, but also it becomes a liability, and it's so much easier for you as the photographer to fall over when you're trying to do your job. As a guy, Jason typically wears a really nice pair of dress slacks, a button-down Oxford shirt, a tie with a tie clip, and for our day weddings, he'll wear typically a vest. And for our more evening weddings or for our more black tie formal affairs, he'll wear a full suit, or even if it's tux attire, he'll do that too, because we want to fit in and not stand out as a wedding guest. With that in mind, I mentioned shoes for the girls. Guys, it matters for you too. Jason even goes as far as to polish and spit shine his shoes. I thought it was super silly to begin with, but he assured me it would matter. The very first time he wore his spit shined polished dress shoes to a wedding, he got a ton of compliments. The bride, the groom, her family, her grandparents, and some of the wedding guests couldn't stop saying how professional he looked. The next thing that we do to just kind of take that next little up level is his shoes. The leather in them matches his belt. The belt isn't falling apart. It looks really good and well maintained. And lastly, we got rid of those really cheap, junky camera straps that everybody has, and we invested in something called a HOLDFAST strap. They're leather, they're quality, and they say, I take myself seriously and you can trust me with your wedding day. And I can't tell you again how many compliments and how many guests have noticed that we stand out from the regular crowd of photographers. We've shared with you a ton of what to wear on a wedding day. Here's what not to wear. So, what not to wear? Don't wear white on a wedding day. Unless the bride is having a culturally specific wedding where literally everyone has been told to wear white, including the guests, including the attendants, including the people that are vendors for the wedding day. Do not wear white on a wedding day. It looks bad. Even if the bride may not care, the rest of her guests are watching you, and it will make a bad impression as a photographer to all of those potential future clients. The next thing is the exact opposite of that. Don't wear all black. You may look like a ninja or a waiter, and neither says to those guests or to the bride, I'm a professional, I take myself seriously, and I am a high-end, worthy of what you paid me photographer. Now, the only time that doesn't hold true is if you are wearing a tux and it is an evening formal affair. I hope that this has helped you guys prepare for what to wear on a wedding day. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. We love to answer those and help serve y'all better. Make sure that you take the time to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new content. And of course, there is a playlist above that you can follow for more content just like this. Thank you so much for watching,